Peace, familias. Adriana, did you want to flip it open and just turn it on? I'll use this for now. Just flip the laptop open. I'm going to see if I can read it from the TV for a bit. And then Adriana's cooking. So, we're going to try to read the rest of the Wisdom of Solomon tonight so that we could pretty much just nap a lot of tomorrow for Sabbath. So say we read this. I think I read the whole book once before. I don't really know all of what the rest of it says. I just really like the first the first 5 chapters. Nobody here yet. And I think this is gonna work because I think I can zoom in. Come on. Okay. Okay. I think we got to chapter. Yeah, we did get to chapter 10. I think. Yeah, we did. Pretty sure. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11. Speaking of the feminine aspect of the wisdom. So, all right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10. She prospered their works in the hand of the holy prophet. They went through the wilderness that was not inhabited and pitched tents in places where there lay no way. They stood against their enemies and were avenged of their adversaries. When they were thirsty, they called upon thee, and water was given them out of the flinty rock, and their thirst was quenched out of the hard stone. For by what things their enemies were punished, by the same they in their need were benefited. For instead of a perpetual running river troubled with foul blood, for a manifest reproof of that commandment, whereby the infants were slain, thou gavest unto them abundance of water by a means which they hoped not for. Declaring by that thirst then how thou hadst punished their adversaries. For when they were tried, albeit but in mercy chastised, they knew how the ungodly were judged in wrath and tormented, thirsting in another manner than the just. For these thou didst admonish and try as a father, but the other as a severe king, thou didst condemn and punish. Whether they were absent or present, they were vexed alike. For a double grief came upon them, and a groaning for the remembrance of things past. For when they heard by their own punishments the other to be benefited, they had some feeling of the Lord. For whom they respected with scorn, when he was long before thrown out at the casting forth of the infants, him in the end, when they saw what came to pass, they admired. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worshipped serpents void of reason, and vile beasts thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance, that they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. For the almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts full of rage newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor, or filthy scents, or scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. I think this part's talking about Leviathan and Behemoth. Adriana. I think this part of Wisdom of Solomon here is talking about Leviathan and Behemoth. I think this part of Wisdom of Solomon is talking about Leviathan and Behemoth, or like the Ziz. For the Almighty. Okay, I'm going to start back here because there was something I seen that I found interesting. I'll start here at 15. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents void of reason, and vile beasts thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance, that they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. For the almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor, or filthy scents, or scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Trippy. Yeah, one of them, like, they just open their mouth and it could kill people because the breath is so bad. Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Yea, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight. For thou canst shew thy great strength at all times when thou wilt, and who may withstand the power of thine arm? For the whole world before thee is as a little grain of the balance, yea, as a drop of the morning dew that falleth down upon the earth. But thou hast mercy upon all, for thou canst do all things, and winkest at the sins of men because they should amend. For thou lovest all the things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. For never wouldest thou have made anything if thou hadst hated it. And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will, or been preserved if not called by thee? But thou sparest all, for they are thine, O Lord, thou lover of souls. That's pretty beautiful. No, just chapter 11. I think we have like 10 chapters left. Those taste good. Are they ready? Hmm?
Nothing. Do you think it's salty?
No, it's good.
Right. It's hot.
Say hi.
Hi.
There's nobody in there yet. Delicious.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Did you turn this on yet?
Mm-hmm. So move your finger.
Okay.
I gotta set it up for you.
Okay. I'll come back.
YouTube, right? Live?
Huh?
You want me to go on YouTube live on my laptop?
No, I was just gonna read Wisdom of Solomon
Okay.
from there. Yeah. Maybe if anybody pops on, we could do a Google Meet. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, somebody's in there. All right. Hey, Justice. We're on reading Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, and Adriana's cooking chow mein, homemade chow mein with tofu. All right, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. It's going pretty good. Sabbath tomorrow. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, whom thou hadst for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh, and the feasts of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help, that the land which thou esteemed above all might receive a worthy colony of God's creation. Nevertheless, even those thou sparest as men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them little by little. Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their congregation would never be changed. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning, neither didst thou, for fear of any man, give them pardon for those things wherein they sinned. For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou made? Or who shall come to stand against thee, to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any God but thou, that careth for all, to whom thou mightest show that thy judgment is not unright. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished. For so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that hath not deserved to be punished. The solitude actually, I don't know where you went, but the comment. One sec, I'll touch on that right after I get to the end of this chapter. Oh. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished. For so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that not deserved to be punished. Thou art righteous. Orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that hath not deserved to be punished. Hey, is that Jah Angel? We'll have to give you a call sometime soon, Jah Angel. I'm just getting to the bottom of this chapter, and then I'll touch on the comments. Adriana's just cooking, and since you're on, Jah Angel, and maybe some others that we know will pop on, we were thinking of doing a short or maybe a long Google Meet after. For thy power is the beginning of righteousness, and because thou art the Lord of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. But thou, mastering thy power, judgest with equity, and orderest us with great favor, for thou mayest use power when thou wilt. But by such works hast thou taught thy people that the just man should be merciful, and hast made thy children to be of a good hope, that thou givest repentance for sins. For if thou didst punish the enemies of thy children and the condemned to death with such deliberation, giving them time and place whereby they might be delivered from their malice, with how great circumspection didst thou judge thine own sons, unto whose fathers thou hast sworn and made covenants of good promises. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. For they went astray very far in the ways of error, and held them for gods, which even among the beasts of their enemies were despised, being deceived as children of no understanding. Therefore, unto them as to children without the use of reason, thou didst send a judgment to mock them. But they that would not be reformed by that correction wherein he dallied with them shall feel a judgment worthy of God. For look, for what things they grudged when they were punished, that is, for them whom they thought to be gods, now being punished in them when they saw it, and acknowledged him to be the true God, whom before they denied to know, and therefore came extreme damnation upon them. Wow. All right. I don't know where Justice went. He said, moving to another country did not help the situation. We need to unite and fight those. Bro, there is going to be a regathering in due time. There's going to be a remnant, and going through this program is evidence of being called out of this world and its wicked ways. And for people that are covertly persecuted, the season of solitude helps. Wait until I'll just pop back on here. But yeah, we become standalones basically from having to go through extended periods by ourselves being covertly persecuted. Not stand alones, because we're never alone with that. But yeah, Yahusha. Is the laptop on now? I don't know who's on right now either. This Justice or Jai Angel. I think it might be because I think people got cut off for a sec and then you got back on. Yeah. Somebody's back on her. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Justin says hi, Adriana.
Oh, say hi back.
Hi back.
Hi.
She's cooking. Okay. How do I get past this? I just click just click this. Okay, there we go.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. The Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah. Easier to read here instead of straining at the TV.
No,
Oh, that's
that one.
Wikipedia. Hold on.
I got it.
Okay. This one.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if Adriana sang while she was cooking.
Yeah.
Maybe she will, maybe she won't.
I have to come up with some type of
Sing your silly stuff you usually do. Just sing your silly stuff that you usually sing. Oh, that's an orgonite. I just was wearing. It's actually Adriana's. Just put it on. And I seem to have actually. I don't really know if it has anything to do with it. Really, I don't have ringing right now in my ears.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does? What does it?
Did you get yours? We'll have to have a Google Meet after this.
Who's on there?
Jai Angel.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Jane.
Or she could just call us afterwards too. After.
No, I like Google Meet.
Google Meets, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Giant Joe.
Yeah. Talk to Lucas.
Huh?
She said, no, I don't do Google Meet. She did
You said no?
No, I think she's talking about if there's a lot of people.
Oh.
Yeah. If it's just us, though. Yeah. Or yeah, if she doesn't feel like doing a Google Meet, we could give her a call. All right. Oh, let's check this out first. Oops. We will call you soon. It popped on here because we've been procrastinating on like reading this whole Wisdom of Solomon. We try to do all the things we said we would do while we're online.
That's a color?
No, I call her on Sabbath too. Surely vain are all men by nature. Okay, this is chapter 13 of Wisdom of Solomon. Surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of God. and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works that they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. Wow, that's really accurate. That's like back when the book The Wisdom of Solomon was written. It's basically talking about like atheists that believe in like science and evolution and all that.
Doctrines of
Yeah.
God.
With whose beauty, if they being delighted took them to be gods, let them know how much better the Lord of them is, for the first author of beauty hath created them. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them. For by the greatness and beauty of the creatures, proportionably the maker of them is seen. But yet for this they are the less to be blamed, for they peradventure err, seeking God and desirous to find him. For being conversant in his works, they search him diligently and believe their sight, because the things are beautiful that are seen. Howbeit, neither are they to be pardoned. For if they were able to know so much that they could aim at the world, how did they not sooner find out the Lord thereof? But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who call them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to shew art in, and resemblance of beasts, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Make me a modern. There's no trolls yet, Jai Angel. There's no trolls yet. Yeah. Yeah, there's no trolls yet. Yet. I shouldn't say it like that. Now a carpenter that felleth timber, after he hath sawn down a tree, meet for the purpose, and taken of all the bark skillfully round about, and how hath wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the service of man's life. And after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, hath filled himself. And taking the very refuse among those things which serve to no use, being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots, have carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do, and formed it by the skill of his understanding, and fashioned it to the image of a man. Or made it like some vile beast, laying it over with vermilion and with paint, coloring it red, and covering every spot therein. And when he had made a convenient room for it, set it in a wall, and made it fast with iron. For he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image and hath need of help. Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak to that which hath no life. For health he calleth upon that which is weak, for life prayereth to that which is dead, for aid humbly beseecheth that which hath least means to help, and for a good journey he asketh of that which cannot set a foot forward. And for gaining and getting, and for good success of his hands, asketh ability to do of him that is most unable to do anything. Kind of funny how it puts that. You want to read the next chapter and I can stir? You want to read the next chapter and I can stir your noodles for a bit?
No, they're ready.
They're ready?
Yeah, I can't, because if you stir them for too long, they're not going to be crispy.
Yeah, Jai Angel with the wrench.
Huh?
Jai Angel with the wrench.
You put her on water, you ready?
No.
Oh.
There's not many people in here. Because we just had the last time at the time before we were reading Ephesians, we had that one person we had to put on kitty lock up a couple times.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Wow, looks good. This light's bright. Manuel. So it's 3 people. It's Justice, Angel, and Manuel.
Nice.
Yeah. All good things. I can read 14 too.
Huh?
I can read 14 too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put any wrench yet. Oh, lost off. I don't even know how to do that. We did that on Adriana's channel when I did that.
Yeah.
I've only done like 5 live streams ever on my channel. Again, one preparing. Oh, okay. So yeah,
I think I could read it now.
you could read it.
Yeah. I wanna
Okay.
Read it. I'll read it.
All right, you could come.
You said which one?
Chapter 14.
Starting
it's
with
already
1?
on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
starting at 1.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm back.
Welcome back to my YouTube.
Here, I know how to put. Wait. Oh, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
I did it. Hi, Justice. All right. Hi, Giant Joe. Hi, Manuel. Driving. He said, God bless you forever, brother. All right. So, what chapter is it again? To
God
know?
bless.
What chapter is it?
It's chapter 14.
Corey, I haven't mixed all of it yet. It's
Want
not
me to mix
mixed.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just
I
leave
gotta
it.
mix
I'll
it
just
from
leave
the.
it for now.
Yeah, because the top's all. It's just what do you call it? Bean sprouts. And then
Want
the
some
bottom.
kombucha?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Which one? The red one or the purple one?
The red one. Yeah. What is it called?
I don't know. It's just this one. I don't know.
Triology. Yeah, I put you as moderator, Giant Joe. Did it work? Oh, it says managing moderator or standard moderator. Yeah, I guess that one. There you go. There, I added it. I think I got it right this time. Yep. Yeah, I got it. Are we invited for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's chow mein. I like making Asian foods every now and then, like chow mein or stir fries. Okay, I'm gonna start. Again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves calls upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carries him. For verily desire of gain devised that, and the workman built it by his skill. But by providence, O Father, governs it, for thou hast made a way in the sea and a safe path in the waves, showing that thou canst save from all danger. Yeah, thou a man went to sea without art. Nevertheless, thou wouldest not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle. Right? And therefore do men commit their lives to a small piece of wood, and passing the rough sea in a weak vessel are saved. For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by thy hands escaped in a weak vessel, and left to all ages a seed of generation. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness comes, but that which is made with hands is cursed as well it as he that made it, because he made it, and it because being corruptible it was called God. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of God they are become an abomination, and a stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them a corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with ultimately mourning, when he has made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under his ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus in process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. Engraven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. Whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. Also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. For he, peradventure willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, lowercase g, which a little before was but honored. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. For while they slew their children and sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made reviling of strange rites, whoa.
Yeah.
It's exactly what's taking place
Yeah.
for like the longest time in the kingdom of dark. Ugh. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery. So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, and what's the other one?
Perjury.
Perjury, still
I
said it
think that
wrong.
word's actually dissimulation.
Oh, dissimulation.
This is,
Disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. For the worshipping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. How about for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of God, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners, that punishes always the offense of the ungodly. Whoa. What did you find interesting in this chapter?
a lot.
What stood out to you more? It's a pretty long
I
chapter.
think it's like down here. Burpitis.
Yeah. This 23 was sad.
23. Oh yeah, it's just.
And
Oh,
then,
oops.
29 is a good one too.
It's at 27. For the worshipping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
Yeah.
Because that the idols are something that's held in focus more than Messiah and her father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one, 28 too. For either they are mad when they be merry. That's true. They're not happy, right? Does that mean that?
Yeah.
That they're mad even when they're trying to be merry?
Yeah, they basically
Wow.
pretend to be happy when.
Yeah, that's exactly how the world is run. Right?
Yeah.
People looking as they haven't made, but in reality they're big mad.
Yeah.
Big Mac, ew, no.
How be it for both cause.
Or they prophesy lies or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves.
Did you want to read another chapter? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. In case baby wakes up and then.
Yeah. I gotta go prepare stuff for baby. Oh, what happened?
I switched to chapter 15.
Oh,
yeah.
That's it?
Want to see how long it is?
Not
No,
that
he's probably
bad.
going to sleep
No,
for
it's
a
not
while
that
longer.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 15.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon. But thou, O God, art gracious and true, long-suffering, and in mercy ordering all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power. But we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine. For to know thee is perfect righteousness, yea, to know thy power is the root of immorality. For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with divers colors the painter's fruitless labor. The sight whereof entice fools to lust after it, and so they desire the form of a dead image that has no breath. Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. For the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioned every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay he makes both the vessel that serve for clean uses, and likewise also all such as serve to the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. And employing his labors lewdly, he makes a vain god of the same clay, even he which a little before was made of earth himself, and within a little while after returns to the same, out when his life which was lent him shall be demanded. Notwithstanding, his care is not that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short, but strives to excel goldsmiths and silversmiths and endeavoreth to do like the workers in brass, and counts it his glory to make counterfeit things. His heart is ashes, his hope is more vile than earth, and his life of less value than clay. For as much as he knew not his Maker, and him that inspired into him an active soul, and breathed in a living spirit. But they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. Say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means.
Yeah, that's basically them saying YOLO.
You only live once. But they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For, say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means. For this man that of earthly matter makes brittle vessels and graven images knows himself to offend above all others. And all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish, and are more miserable than very babes. For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle, and as for their feet, they are slow to go. Yep, idolatry, idols that can't save you. For man made them, and he that borrows his own spirit fashioned them, but no man can make a god like unto himself. For being mortal he works a dead thing with wicked hands, for he himself is better than the things which he worships, whereas he lived once, but they never. Wow. It says that he's better than the thing that he worships.
Yeah, the chapter, I think 2 chapters ago was kind of like, to me, like taking almost like a humorous take on it. Like he's
Oh.
creating something that needs his help, and then he's praying to it,
Yeah.
and it needs his help to like
What
stay up on like a shelf. Like,
what I see is like talking to the dead. Like they're dead, you know?
Yeah,
And he's like,
it's like
he lived once, but they never.
that's
Whoa.
actually like having an imaginary friend. They say like people that believe in God.
Have you seen ancestor spirits that people say they're my familiar spirits from it? Like people have said that.
I've seen documentaries.
Yeah, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful. For being compared together, some are worse than others. Neither are they beautiful so much as to be desired in respect of beasts, but they went without the praise of God and his blessing. They missed out.
Yeah.
It says they went without the praise of God and his blessing. Yeah.
Oh, that's talking about the idols at the end there.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, they were never living.
Neither they are beautiful.
I think yeah.
In respect of beasts, yeah.
Oh, Deborah.
Aw, thank you, Giant Angel.
Yeah. No, I just.
To see you. Hi, Deborah. There's like 2 Deborahs that I know.
Yeah.
I see that. I'm glad you're on Corey's channel, and we get to see each other again.
How long is this? Did you want to do one more?
Yeah, I'll read one more.
And you could go stir. Now we could all have noodles.
Chapter 16. Okay. I'm going to do one more chapter. Therefore, by the like were they punished worthily, and by the multitude of beasts tormented, instead of which punishment dealing graciously with thy own people, thou preparest for them meat of a strange taste, even quails to stir up their appetite, to the end that they, desiring food, might for the ugly side of the beast sent amongst them loathe even that, which they must needs desire. But these suffering... What's that word?
Penury? It sounds like
penury. For a short space might be made partakers of a strange taste. So isn't that like when it says they're desiring food and they get the food that they want and they're not even happy with it, right? That's what it means.
I'm not sure because I don't know if it's talking about like them trying to feed their idols or like. Another one. Good thing Jai Angel's got the wrench. He's about to get wrench. Right.
No, I know who Corey is, despite whatever anyone has to say. I know who Corey is. Alright. Should I start all over?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to get caught. I think it ties in with the last chapter. I'm not sure.
I look at it as like idolatry of food.
You were just talking about those ancestor worships because you were talking about how they try to feed them. Remember?
They loathe. No, because it says, I don't know. Yeah, it could be because I don't know.
You could just
okay. It says
probably read a little bit further down and get a bit more context.
It says this, therefore by the like were they punished worthily, and by the multitude of beasts tormented, instead of which punishment dealing graciously with thy own people, thou preparest for them, thou preparest for them meat of a strange taste, even quails to stir up their appetite. To the end that they, desiring food, might for the ugly side of the beast sent amongst them loathe even that, which they must needs desire, but these suffering penury for a short space might be made partakers of a strange taste. For it was requisite that upon them exercising tyranny should come penury, which they could not avoid. But to these it should only be showed how their enemies were tormented. For when the horrible fiercefulness of beasts came upon these, and they perished with the stings of crooked serpents. Thy wrath endured not forever. But they were troubled for a small season, that they might be admonished, having a sign of salvation to put them in remembrance of the commandment of thy law. Yeah, that's true, Giant Joe. Where am I? Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
For they that turned himself towards it was not saved by the things that he saw, but by thee that art the Savior of all. And in this thou madest thy enemies confess that it is thou who delivers from all evil. For them the biting of grasshoppers and flies killed, neither was there found any remedy for their life, for they were worthy to be punished by such. But thy sons, not the very teeth of venomous dragons, overcame, for thy mercy was ever by them and healed them. For they were prickled, that they should remember thy words, and were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restore them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which heals all things. Yep. For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leads to the gates of hell and brings up again. A man indeed killeth through his malice, and the spirit, when it is gone forth, returns not, neither the soul receives up comes again. But it is not possible to escape thy hand, for the ungodly that denied to know thee were scourged by the strength of thy arm. With strange rains, hails, and showers were they persecuted, that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed. For which is most to be wondered at, the fire had more force in the water that quenches all things, for the world fights for the righteous. For some time the flame was mitigated, that it might not burn up the beasts that were sent against the ungodly, but themselves might see and perceive that they were persecuted with the judgment of God. And at another time it burneth even in the midst of water above the power of fire, that it might destroy the fruits of an unjust land. Instead whereof thou feedest thy own people with angels' food, and didst send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor, able to content every man's delight, and agreeing to every taste. For thy substance declared thy sweetness unto thy children, and serving to the appetite of the eater, tempered itself to every man's liking. But snow and ice endured the fire, and melted not, that they might know that fire burning in the hail and sparkling in the rain did destroy the fruits of the enemies. But this again did even forget his own strength, that the righteous might be nourished. For the creature that serves thee, who art the Maker, increases his strength against the unrighteous for their punishment, and abates his strength for the benefit of such as put their trust in thee. Therefore, even then was it altered into all fashions, and was obedient to thy grace that nourished all things according to the desire of them that had need. That thy children, O Lord, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourishes man, but that it is thy word, which preserves them that put their trust in thee. For that which was not destroyed of the fire, being warmed with a little sunbeam, soon melted away, that it might be known that we must prevent the sun to give thee thanks, and at the day's spring pray unto thee. For the hope of the unthankful shall melt away as the winter's hoar frost, and shall run away as unprofitable water. Yeah.
Yeah. I could do the next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get noodles.
Yeah. Huh. Take a go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, chapter 17, Wisdom of Solomon. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness and fettered with bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. This sounds like it's talking about targeted individuals too.
What did it say?
In chapter 17.
I gotta sit down.
Oh, yeah. Here. Let's read. Noodles. Oh, this is fun. Theodore Daniel, nice. You guys should check out Theodore's channel. He's got some really interesting insights from his studies there. You know, he doesn't. I haven't seen a lot about. I think he is covertly persecuted. Yeah, no, yeah, he has. Yeah. He's got some really interesting studies that he's done on his channel.
Oh, yeah, we watched that.
Yeah. Let me just make some bowls. You're just sitting there eating out of the big bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like chapter 17 is gonna be like chapters 1 to 5.
I want to read some of it if it's on that.
I'll read it slow. You can come here. I'll wait for you.
I want to read some too. Is there more?
Yeah, there's more. I think there's 3 more chapters after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Baby's still sleeping. I'm gonna go check on him quick.
Yeah. He's getting so big. He's gonna be 2 months soon. He's the funniest little baby ever. He makes me laugh.
Who are you talking to?
The people.
You're over here with your noodles.
Yeah. Talking to everyone who's on the chat. I don't know who's in that.
Oh.
Corey.
Is the ring supposed to be on the other hand? I don't know. Like, we just do that. We just wear rings because that's what Babylon
Thank you.
recognizes.
She said congratulations to both of us. Oh, excuse me. Do you want sriracha?
Maybe the next bowl. I just want to try it like this. Here, wait a second. I'm gonna take a bite before I start reading it.
Sriracha. Hot sauce.
That's delicious. Oh my god. She cooks good and she's hilarious. Alright.
I was just saying how baby's funny.
Yeah, baby's really funny.
He's really expressive.
I don't even think he knows how funny he is. He's real. Alright, listen to this. This is trippy. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they were supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful, For being very much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. I think this might be talking about a judgment upon the wicked. I ain't sure yet, though. Read on. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. So it's talking about when somebody's like going through something spiritual, and instead of finding like followers of Christ, they find like these new agey people and stuff. Somebody was just talking about that a while ago. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the error which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. Wow. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succours which reason offereth, and expectation from within being less counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. But they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their heart failing them, for a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straightly kept shut up in a prison without iron bars. For whether he were husbandman or shepherd or laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity which could not be avoided, for they were all bound with one chain of darkness, whether it were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches, or a pleasant fall of water running violently, or a terrible sound of stones cast down, or a running that could not be seen, or skipping beasts, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beasts, or rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them to swoon for fear. For the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labor. Over them only was spread an heavy night, an image of that darkness which should afterward receive them, but yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness. It sounds like that. You remember that judgment in Ezra's, like for like a righteous person that dies, like they go through like 7 days still. It's talking about how they like walk. Oh, you don't remember that? Yeah, it sounds like almost like that, like because it talks in that about how they have like a certain fearful expectation of judgment, the wicked ones, like not the ones that did right, and like.
Sorry, Angel was saying why you wear your ring on your right hand.
I thought I don't know. I just.
Oh, is it left or right?
You told me it was right.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. We do that because of it's recognized in
Yeah,
Babylon.
I do put mine on my right.
You put yours on your right too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should show them this. We actually got this, like this actually. It's like the rings aren't actually a biblical thing, but we do it just so.
Because of what do you call it? Because of what's happening on the earth too.
Got a little dog tag design. She's got one too, and Adriel's got one for one hand. Place to put it on.
I'm wearing my turtleneck blues that Tori got me.
She's got one of these dog tag things too.
Yeah. And Adriel too.
Guys, we're in a war.
Yep. It's not a game. Spiritual warfare is not a game.
People die from it every day.
Yeah, it's real.
It's on the left
like
now.
I was relaxing for a little bit, like resting from spiritual warfare and stuff. But then I started realizing that it's not time to be just, chill or calm or like just relaxing. It's not time for all that. So.
Well, we could be calm.
Huh?
We could be calm.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, the
not at like ease, like nothing's
the
going on.
harassment. Like if I was watching some other spiritual videos and they were talking about if a demon can't get in you, they'll be around you,
Yeah.
like to harass you and stuff like that, like to distract you, like from not reading your Bible, things like that. I started reading my Bible and there's so much distractions. I find that when I'm in the Word, I'm able to like block out all these negative thoughts that sometimes go through my mind. I've been Corey yesterday. It was nighttime, and he just finds me reading.
Oh yeah, I woke
Bible,
up at 3
like,
o'clock
really
in the
late.
morning, and I was like, "Who's she
Out
talking
loud.
to?"
I just find it helps at night from like attacks at nighttime, because then usually I get attacked early in the morning sometimes.
I think the
Early in
enemy.
the
I think the
morning.
enemy's been attacking a lot of believers while they sleep because it's when they're most vulnerable. They're not. The enemy's not really confident to attack like a lot of us when we're actually awake because we're praying incessantly.
Yeah.
I could tell when dew is happening because my ears ring. That as long as I'm in proper obedience, it doesn't really affect me any other way. Yeah, Tupac said it. They trying to kill me in my sleep. No, we haven't been using Mylar tarps. I thought about doing this. I don't like to give too much attention to the 3D, but I thought about doing a video of these. I call them repulsor magnets. I should show them.
I have one in my bag. You want me to bring it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Read chapter 8 because I could do like a short bit. I could do a video of like how to make those because they put out like a field. So I started making them again for baby, so that they're around like sleeping areas and in the living room and stuff. Oh, that one's too short, I think. Aww. That one doesn't have enough magnets in it.
Yeah, I have that one.
Hold on, I'll go and get like one that's made right. Did you make that one?
No, you did it.
I did it? Oh, you must have. Yeah, it's 20 ceramic circular magnets like these ones. Actually, these ones are not ceramic on the fridge. They look like this though. One second. So I can. I won't say if I'll do it or not yet. It's not hard. You gotta take 20 of these or more, and you have to put them against one another so that they're like repelling, and you have to force them together like that. And I do it in like segments of 4 or 5, and then you tape it together so that you got like a whole rod of 20. And I had an EMF detector, and for each of these, it brings the EMF levels down 10 points. So 3 of these, the video I first learned from it puts out a field about arm's length for like every 3. So it's magnets pushing. It's once you first try to do it, the magnets are like flying everywhere and stuff. It's not hard. I could maybe make a video of it sometime here though. Adriana had to go make some milk for baby. Yeah, I have the tarps. I still have a bunch of tarps. I just haven't been using them. Where I like to put them in my I tend to just use those magnets when I'm sleeping. I put them in my I'll sleep with them in bed, or I'll put them in the pillowcase so they don't like get lost, and just throw like 2 or 3 of those in. I guess they might work better if you have like 2 pillows. You just throw them in your pillowcases, and that'll kind of help. And sleeping on a foam mattress instead of a coil mattress helps. I think it's kind of backfired on them though, the coil mattress thing, because it's like I've gotten hijacked like into like a dream that's not even my own dream, but then I haven't fallen for anything like any wicked seeds they're trying to sow in my dreams. Like I've gotten it, so it's just it almost reminds me of like Yahusha, Jesus being brought by the devil to that high mountain and tempted. The devil tried to tempt him. I feel like I think that might be kind of the same thing. The whole scheme of in this surveillance and slaughter grid, things like coil mattresses and stuff. Some of it is like induced dreams from them. As soon you still could maintain your character in those dreams, though, if that makes sense. Oh, hopefully I don't get any calls here or anything. All right. Adrian, are you still over there? I'm going to read chapter 18. I'm going to read chapter 18 soon here. Okay. The tarps, just so people know what they look like. Yeah, sure. Oh, huh? Yeah, I was just showing what they look like. They look like this. They could be used for shielding, but you stick the silver side facing out. I used to do that. I think I actually have like old videos. I have old YouTube videos from when I used to still use those, and then when Adrian and I got together, I bought some more tarps. I don't like focusing on 3D defenses because I've literally prayed through a lot of do attacks and all sorts of things. So I kind of stopped using things like this. So I guess I like sharing it with people, like, because it does offer some good protection from some pretty severe attacks, especially while a person is just kind of waking up to more of like this spiritual warfare. I've seen a need to kind of like cut out the middleman, like in terms of all the 3D aspects of this program, and see it for what it is, because it's all spiritual warfare. Why don't I like? I just haven't. I haven't. The magnets I like using because I've not. It's been less interference with my sleep, and I made them because like for Azrael and Adriana, and the tarps. I thought about setting up a little area. No, it's not that I don't like 3D defenses. It's that I don't like focusing on trying to like defend myself in some sort of material 3D way against this program when I know that it's possible to just pray and overcome through obedience and just hearkening to being called. But yeah, I still do. I still get hit with it because I can tell when my ears are ringing, which they're not right now. They haven't been for for about, I think, an hour or something. Usually my ears are ringing. Back around my first videos I ever made on my channel, I was just waking up to a lot of things. Just came out of organized religion, had been targeted knowingly for a good while. And so back then, I used to feel like my face was getting cut with razor blades for days on end. I had thrown up blood, and yeah, it was bad. I know the symptoms are bad, so maybe I should share some of the things I used to utilize more often. The magnets, yeah, I don't like carry them around or anything. I guess you could do that. It's just because I like to get a good sleep, and like I said, I think the enemy likes attacking when we sleep because we're not praying incessantly during that period. I don't like waking up all through the night if I could help it. Wake up and I've prayed in my sleep too before. That's pretty interesting when you start doing that. Chapter 18. Could you hear, Adriana? Could you hear? All right, I'm going to read chapter 18. Nevertheless, thy saints have a very great light, whose voice they hearing and not seeing their shape, because they also had not suffered the same things, they counted them happy. But for that they did not hurt them now, of whom they had been wronged before, they thanked them and besought them pardon for that they had been enemies. Instead whereof thou gavest them a burning pillar of fire, both to be a guide of the unknown journey and a harmless sun to entertain them honorably. For they were worthy to be deprived of light and imprisoned in darkness, who had kept thy sun shut up, by whom the uncorrupt light of the law was to be given unto the world. Could you hear, Adriana? And when they had determined to slay the babes of the saints, one child being cast forth and saved to reprove them, thou tookest away the multitude of their children and destroyed them all together in a mighty water. Of that, it must be talking about Pharaoh and the Egyptians pursuing Israel there, I think. Of that night were our fathers certified afore, that assuredly knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterwards be of good cheer. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us, whom thou hadst called. For the righteous children of good men did sacrifice secretly, and with one consent made a holy law, that the saints should be like partakers of the same good and evil, the fathers now singing out the songs of praise. But on the other side there sounded an ill-according cry of the enemies, and a lamentable noise was carried abroad for children that were bewailed. The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person. So they altogether had innumerable dead with one kind of death, neither were the living sufficient to bury them, for in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn. Yeah, let's talk about the plagues of Egypt and that here in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. They acknowledge this person to be the sons of God. For while all things were in quiet silence, and that night was in the midst of her swift course, thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. And one thrown here and another there, half dead, shewed the cause of his death. For the dreams that troubled them did foreshew this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. Yea, the tasting of death touched the righteous also, and there was a destruction of the multitude in the wilderness. But the wrath endured not long. For then the blameless man made haste and stood forth to defend them, and bring the shield of his proper ministry, even prayer, and the propitiation of incense, set himself against the wrath, and so brought the calamity to an end, declaring that he was thy servant. So he overcame the destroyer, not with strength of body, nor force of arms, but with a word subdued him that punished, alleging the oaths and covenants made with the fathers. For when the dead were now fallen down by heaps one upon another, standing between, he stayed the wrath and parted the way to the living. For in the long garment was the whole world, and in the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the fathers graven, and thy majesty upon the diadem of his head. Unto these the destroyer gave place, and was afraid of them, for it was enough that they only tasted of the wrath. Must be talking about when the Israelites were complaining or something during the Exodus, I think. Adriana, what are you doing? Oh, there's just one chapter left. Do you want to read it? Yeah. I could wait for you, or I could come over there to the living room because this light in here is really bright. Speaking of 3D, back when I used to focus more on that before I went through initial deliverance, I changed all the light bulbs in my one place when I still had it from LED to incandescent, and that kind of helped quite a bit actually. Oh crap. I don't even know if you can find incandescent light bulbs everywhere now though. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I've experienced praying through a do attack. I don't know if it's always that. I think sometimes it's more spiritual than we give it credit for.
Yeah.
I accidentally closed out the Wisdom of Solomon, so I get back to 19, and then we have read. How's baby?
Sleeping. It's sleeping.
And the mattress I was sleeping on with the magnets in it is a coil mattress. And those are just those I think are designed that way for a reason. I'll just say that. Yeah, Theodore, those studies help. It's really interesting. I didn't really consider a lot of the things you were bringing out until I seen those. Is Israel still sleeping?
Huh?
Is Israel still sleeping?
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so cute and he fake cries.
Yeah.
It's the most adorable thing ever.
There's chapter 19. Get
Mm-hmm.
chapter 19.
Mm-hmm. His smile. We have to get Asia one of these days smiling.
Yeah.
On camera, you guys could see his little smile. It's so cute. We could tell he has spiritual gifts already. Right, Corey? You could just tell he has spiritual gifts.
Yeah. You're gonna go check on him?
Huh?
Yeah.
What happened? Huh? I'll read it really fast, yeah. Maybe after what?
Maybe after he,
What chapter?
after chapter, Angel could pop on for a second.
Yeah.
And he'll be awake.
He'll be crying.
Yeah. No, I think he doesn't always wake up like that.
Did you put sriracha on it?
Not her.
All right. Mm. I wear it on my right hand too. Okay.
What what?
Huh?
What hand is it even supposed to go on, Baron? According to this world standards.
I think left hand.
Hmm?
I think left hand. But I just feel strange wearing it on the left hand because I'm a lefty.
Oh, you do everything with your left hand.
Mm-hmm. I usually wear jewelry on my right hand. Which I don't wear that often. Alright, I'm gonna start reading.
Alright.
As for the ungodly, wrath came upon them without mercy unto the end, for he knew before what they would do. How that having given them leave to depart and sent them hastily away, they would repent and pursue them. For while they were yet mourning and making lamentation at the graves of the dead, they added another foolish device and pursued them as fugitives, whom they had entreated to be gone. For the destiny whereof they were worthy drew them unto this end and made them forget the things they had already happened that might fulfill the punishment which was wanting to their torments, and that thy people might pass a wonderful way, but they might find a strange death. For the whole creature in its proper kind was fashioned again anew, serving the peculiar commandments that were given unto them, that thy children might be kept without hurt. As namely a cloud shadowing the camp, and where water stood before dry land appeared. You put it on your left?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's what Giant Angel said I was supposed to go.
You have it on your left?
Yeah, I have it on there. I don't know.
I feel weird with it on the left.
Me too. I'm just gonna put it back on the ring. Just do it so that like we're not. We're married. Like we weren't wearing any for a long time. Like it's seems to be one of the reasons that the system doesn't want to take people seriously.
For the destiny whereof were worthy drew them on to this end and made them forget the things that had already happened, that they might fulfill the punishment which was wanting to their torments. And that thy people might pass a wonderful way, but they might find a strange death. For the whole creature in its proper kind was fashioned again anew, serving the peculiar commandments that were given unto them, that thy children might be kept without hurt. As namely a cloud shadowing the camp, and where water stood before dry land appeared, and out of the Red Sea a way without impediment, and out of the violent stream a green field, wherethrough all the people went that were defended with thy hand, seeing thy marvelous strange wonders. For they went at large like horses and leaped like lambs, praising thee, O Lord, who has delivered them. For they were yet mindful of the things that were done while they sojourned in the strange land, how the ground brought forth flies instead of cattle, and how the river cast up a multitude of frogs instead of fishes. But afterwards they saw a new generation of fowls, when being led with their appetite, they asked delicate meats. For quails came up unto them from the sea for their contentment. And punishments came upon the sinners, not without former signs, by the force of thunders, for they suffered justly according to their own wickedness, in so much as they used the more hard and able behavior toward strangers. For the Sodomites did not receive those whom they knew not when they came, but these brought friends into bondage that had well deserved of them. And not only so, but peradventure some respect shall be had of those because they used strangers not friendly. But these very grievously afflicted them whom they had received with feasting, and were already made partakers of the same laws with them. Therefore, even the blindness were the stricken as those were at the doors of the righteous man, when being compassed about with horrible great darkness, every one sought the passage of his own doors. For the elements were changed in themselves by a kind of harmony, like as in the sonority notes changes the name of the tune, and yet are always sounds, which may well be perceived by the sight of the things that have been done. For earthly things were turned into watery, and the things that before swam in the water now went upon the ground. The fire had power in the water, forgetting his own virtue, and the water forgot his own quenching nature. On the other side, the flames wasted not the flesh of the corruptible living things. Though they walked therein, neither melted they the icy kind of heavenly meat that was of nature apt to melt. For in all things, O Lord, thou did magnify thy people and glorify them. Neither did thou lightly regard them, but did assist them in every time and place. And that is all of chapter 19.
We read the whole book.
That was and we read the whole book. We finished it then. I'm really tired, you guys. I haven't slept because I have a 1 month-year-old, right, Corey?
Huh?
He's 1 month.
No, dude.
Yeah.
It's almost 2 months now. Right? You're asking me if you have a baby? You are tired.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired right now. I was stumbling over my words. You gotta show people the cat, Dakota. Dakota. Here.
Dakota.
Get him up close.
What's that?
Here, I'll get
Okay, I'm gonna take my noodles.
Take my noodles. Did you put sriracha?
No, I didn't put any sriracha on that one. Bring Dakota over here. Sorry, excuse me, that was rude. Burble.
Dakota?
Yeah, Dakota.
Oh, my noodles.
Is Angel still awake? I mean, is he?
He fell asleep. He fell back asleep.
Oh.
Alright, I'm putting the noodles away, okay?
Okay.
For tomorrow.
Some for Sabbath.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Oh, Dakota noodles.
Ah! He just chomped me.
Dakota.
No chomping.
Dakota. That's his song.
Yeah.
Dakota, 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 Dakota.
Love you too, Amelia.
And then what's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
Yeah, that's what you say to him. If I tried to say that, then he tries to bite me.
He's so loving. He's such a loving cat. He loves baby a lot too. He takes care of him.
Yeah.
He protects baby. He protects me too because he attacked another cat. I was cutting another cat. Who's on there? Let me see. I want to read the comments.
Here, you hold it.
Adriana, you're switching your ring to the left to match Corey since he put on his left. Where you have it?
I put it back on. Actually, did I? What?
You have it on your right.
Yeah. I ain't too particular.
Love you guys so much. We love you too, Justice.
I ain't too particular about
Why incandescent bulbs better?
clothing customs. Clothing and apparel customs.
What does that mean?
I ain't too particular with them.
Just as long as it's comfy.
What the world out there recognizes as being married. So
Comfy.
it's important to wear out.
I still have to cut onion.
Huh?
Too late.
For
Yeah, for it. Fries tomorrow?
Huh?
We'll fries tomorrow.
5 for Sabbath.
But that's all I have to do, so I think I'll just get it done.
Okay.
It's not that much work. Not yet, though. Not yet.
I think I'm full. That was good.
You like the chow mein?
Yeah.
I remember one time I made chow mein and it turned out really good. And the whole time I was like, this is so good!
You could probably call Angel at around like 3 or 4. Or sooner than that, probably. So I want to like,
It's 9:31 right now.
I want to go to the Zoom study in the morning.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, the one I usually go to. No, the one I usually,
On Sabbath.
yeah.
You should tell Johnny also. Too. You should tell Angel about it.
I think people should get a Telegram. They want to like have more video meets and stuff.
Beautiful family. Thank you, Deborah.
Wow.
What happened?
Israel's still sleeping.
Yep, Israel. Yeah, he's really tired.
We should go wake him up.
No.
He wakes us up.
His face is gonna be like.
I think I could just go pick him up and get him to make an appearance.
Sleep. Babies need their sleep.
Oh crap! I didn't mean to drink that all on you.
You drank that all?
No. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
There's a whole nother group in there.
What's it called? He fell asleep today, and then he woke up, and he was just smiling and smiling and smiling. It was so cute.
He was happy when you were talking to your grandma.
It was?
Yeah. He was making all sorts of new noises. I never heard him.
So he needs to sleep, or then he wakes up in a really good mood. When he's not, he doesn't have enough sleep. Moving. A lot. Kicking and kicking and kicking. It's so cute because he has one particular leg that he just kicks. Like this. He goes, right?
Yeah, it's the first thing we've seen of him in the ultrasound.
Mm-hmm. That's how he was kicking me in my room.
Then we go get him.
Yeah, go get baby.
Yeah.
Just carry him slowly. Don't wake him up.
Gonna do.
You're still getting run with doing run. Yeah. Yesterday I was overheating a lot. So was baby too. Cause they did this thing called the prick on his foot. And that's how they get to know what blood type he is.
Yeah, I told them not to do that. And they
Yeah,
wouldn't get it
so
anyway.
baby's also our whole family's all TIs really. So it's like if they can't get to Corey, they get to me. If they can't get
he was
to
fine
me,
until he got it.
they'll get to baby. It's pretty messed up. Look
Oh,
at this
buddy.
beautiful.
Oh.
Oh, his eyes. I don't want him to open. Oh, look at it.
He's like,
Open your eyes, baby. Open your eyes, Tito. Hey, Mario.
he's not impressed with mommy and daddy right now. He's not impressed with
Aww.
Oh,
He looks just like his dad. Look at.
he looks like you too.
Yeah. I think eyebrows are like
Yeah.
mommy.
He's got your eyebrows and your lips. Okay. He's not happy with us right now. I should probably go.
He does it. It's so funny because sometimes when he eats, he's still asleep. He's still asleep. It's so funny because he's eating and then he's still sleeping. And what does he do? He gets mad.
Oh no!
When he's sleeping and eating at the same time.
No, it's funny when he like when he's sleeping and then he wakes up but he doesn't open his eyelids, so we have to go and pick him up and be like, Azrael, you're awake.
Oh yeah, he's crying. He's crying really loud.
Yeah.
And he's sleeping at the same time.
Yeah, and then you go pick him up. You're awake, Azrael.
It takes him a while. It takes him a while to realize that he's awake.
And then he's sitting there
because he wants to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He likes to be picked up a lot, carried a lot. Every time I try to, what's it called? To lay him like down, he starts crying. And then he turns around. And then, yeah. I already know that I have to hold him. It's so cute. One thing I love about Adriel is that he fake. He's got fake cry sometimes. It's adorable. He goes. He just does that, right, Corey?
Yeah.
It's like
mostly with
I just
you.
love when he does that.
He likes annoying you on purpose already.
It's like you're not even crying. Or when he's hungry. He knows that I usually
look at how he's
like run to go get his bottle really fast. Look at how he's like, why'd you wake me up? Why? I still want to sleep. Let me sleep.
All right.
There's something else that he does that's really, really cute.
Oh, his eyes are open right now. For a sec. Oh no. He's yeah.
Oh, he gets really hyper too.
He's gonna get
some of the mornings he's like as soon as I wake up, he's really, really hyper. Moving his arms around like this. Like that everywhere. And his feet, he's like really
I like
fast.
when he hears something louder or something when he's sleeping and he gets startled and both of his arms.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do they still do street theater and car ride? Yeah. You know what? I pick up on it a lot quickly because I guess I'm still a little bit in the 3D a lot. I'm still stuck sometimes in the 3D. Like, what's that word? Hyper focused on like everything sometimes. I over focus on stuff. You know what's one thing they do a lot is mimicry. I don't want to talk about it because I find that if I talk about it, they're gonna do it more too. Because I said, oh, they keep asking me how old is baby, like the perps and stuff. They keep asking me like, oh, how old is he? You know, random people just coming up to me out of nowhere, just saying, how many months is he? And I'm like, who are you? Where'd you come from? Like, one time it happened 3 times in the same like minutes in the same time. They were like, how many months is he? And then I'm like, oh, he's 1 month. And then another person comes, how many months is he? And I just got mad. I was like, oh, like
No.
yeah.
No.
I fell for the bait.
Now he's awake because he wants
Well,
to
that's
be
the
carried
same
now.
thing. Yeah. Or you know what's another thing? They say, oh, she's doing fine. And I always have to say, he's a he. And then we keep saying, he's a he. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, I was talking with Angel.
All right. Oh, no. Now you're going to have to go dance around.
Looks like you. Thank you. Yeah. You should see a picture of Corey.
Huh?
When you were a baby.
Oh, yeah, it looks like him. Yeah.
Don't look at them. Yeah, I tried to ignore them.
I do.
Yeah, you do that?
Great. You know I do that.
Oh, yeah. One thing they try to do is frustrate me a lot. They try to frustrate me and harass me a lot to get me like to emotionally react. My program's mostly people doing things to get some type of emotional like reaction out of me because I'm pretty emotional myself and I'm really sensitive. I'm hypersensitive sometimes to a bad degree. Like I have to work on not getting too sensitive, but yeah. So yeah, that's one thing. Carbureting, yeah, they do that still too, especially at nighttime. Since there's windows, you can just see the cars with their bright headlights and stuff like that. Yeah. They want your energy. Yeah. Or one thing they say, oh, you don't like me. It's like, well, yeah, I don't like people that harass me. Oh, yeah. Them are gang stalkers asking how old baby is. Just ignore them. Yeah. They are fallen angels asking you questions about baby. Keep working on that. If you just,
Might as well just come in here.
But yeah, if you just ignore them, they literally starve and die off. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he pooped.
Yeah, and he's hungry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it.
I think he pooped a lot.
It's all about triggering and deception. Simply ignore them, kills them off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just fade out. And then they get more and more desperate for attention while they're fading out.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, they're all in your space.
Remember when we came out of the mountains into that
yeah, you should tell them. Oh.
Grocery store. They were
because
just,
we were up in the mountains away from like civilization and people and society and stuff, and from like the matrix systems. systems because there's a lot of them.
Because we were up there for like a whole month, and then we went in to go to that
Yeah.
grocery store that one time, and they were just like all like on us. That showed how spiritual it really is.
Yeah,
They're,
how
like,
desperate.
Yeah, like pretending to like
Desperate
bump into
and
me
thirsty.
And
Thirsty, like, you need
Yeah.
some water. We should have got them water. They're like, here you go. Yeah. I get easily triggered. I have to work on my triggers. Especially because I was healing from CPTSD, from narcissistic abuse. So that made me, I think people who have CPTSD are hyper vigilant. That's the word. Very vigilant. I get startled sometimes, even like if someone slams a door, I'll be like, like that, like this. Yeah. Pretty much dying off though. This program's dying off. And we have to be careful how we speak to everyone, because we don't want to come to an agreement with what they speak to us. That makes sense. Corey told me that, right? You heard it somewhere? To not come into agreement. Oh, yeah. Yeah. To not come into agreement with whatever they're
speak the way, the truth, and
doing or saying or behaving.
If it's not the way, the truth, and the life,
or how they see you, because you don't come into agreement with any of that. You're like, okay. Yeah, you can see it in their eyes. Yeah, you could. Oh, I didn't say that person that asked me, how many months is he? I didn't answer. And let me tell you, I got the most demonic stare. Like, mad. Like, because I didn't answer. It's crazy. Another thing is, I find them sometimes entitled. Like, you owe me an answer. You owe me an explanation.
Forced communication.
That's what it is. Yeah. Forced communication.
So yeah. They can leech off you.
Yeah, you don't really want to talk. You're just like, oh, not right now. You're like, no.
Yeah. What's the worst is if somebody tries to hold you like conversation hostage.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They've done that to me and the topics I wasn't even interested in. I was just like, yeah. I'm all falling asleep. Like, yeah. It's worse if you're not interested in what they're talking about. You're like falling asleep, and you're just saying like, yeah, okay. And then you walk away. You don't even know what they were even talking about. All I see is their lips moving. No. And all I'm trying to do is be polite and like. But nowadays, I just say I gotta go. And I used to be all polite and like, oh, I don't wanna make this person feel bad. I'm just gonna stay here and listen. I did that one time with the person I didn't know, and he was just going through circular conversation. And I left there feeling like so confused. So he kept saying the same thing over and over again.
What's one of the weirdest?
It didn't make sense.
What's one of the weirdest ones we've seen? Like,
scary wise or like
no,
weird?
not scary wise. Some of that stuff people would think were just crazy.
Yeah. The weirdest.
No, like just the most oddball ones that have like.
That guy.
Which
that
one?
Wanted to shake your hand.
Oh, that. Oh no, that's not that one. No, I was thinking about what that came to mind too. I'm trying to think of like the other, like just like.
Yeah, me too. Since we don't really pay that much attention to it. Yeah. I mean, I do some. Call me now, okay? Yeah, we're gonna call you. We are sensitive to noises. Don't let them bully you to answer.
Live stream soon
yeah. The only thing is, I don't know what to respond.
You don't have to. You could
Oh.
literally just say nothing sometimes. That's a
Yeah,
valid
but no,
option.
they get mad. They get
Let them.
really mad.
Let them. Just pray against the evil
I
eye
was
that
scared because I
they
didn't
have
give her a
towards-
response, and she like looked at me like I was like, whoa, like that was the evil.
That was really
eye.
funny. That one in Southgate that was giving you an evil eye, and then you were like trying to like just play it cool and like not give in to like her bad energy, and then all of a sudden you decided to not like try to play it cool anymore, and then you started looking at her back in the light up there.
Mhm. Mm. They say, where have you been? Oh yeah. I'm not saying any names, but when I lived over there in the States, someone would call me and ask me, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, my life isn't that interesting. Like I can, yeah, like sleeping. I don't know, sitting down, standing up.
You could tell them, like, remember that ridiculous, Adrian, remember that ridiculous day up in the mountains with all those planes?
Yeah.
There's like so many of them, like in this isolated spot, like
Yeah.
up in the mountains, just plain after. It was plain silly.
Yeah.
It was plain silly.
Oh, baby.
You can see baby.
Oh wait, I can't see. Huh?
What's he doing? You can see baby.
Sleeping.
Is he sleeping again?
Yeah.
No, he's not. Point over here.
No, he is sleeping. Look at his eyes are closed. Look.
I can't see because
yeah, you can. Oh, there you go.
Baby. Oh. He likes chilling with me here.
Yeah. Oh, baby's really sensitive to people's energies. Like, really even to my own energy sometimes if I'm in a bad mood. He gets cranky. But even to strangers, he picks up on people like that, right?
Dakota thinks he's a baby right now. He's in baby's crib.
Hold your ground. I was so worried, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold your ground. Be more assertive. Don't worry about being polite. Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, that's true.
It's supposed to be flint face, the scriptures say.
Nowadays, it's like I don't have tolerance for this. Time, or I don't feel like entertaining this, because sometimes I really don't. I used to be like, oh, I have to. So now it's like, no. Don't dangle your pearls in front of swines. Don't give to the dogs what is sacred. Yeah. Yeah. At least they trample on them and turn around to kill you, Bible says. They know they can intimidate you. Just start giving them the cold shoulder. Don't respond. I don't even respond to these fools. Yeah. The art of dodging. God bless you forever, brothers. He is so cute. Thank you. Guys, we have to meet 4-2-4 one day. Yeah, yes, we do. You're way too nice, girl. Be more stoic when you're out. They just want to harm us. Yeah, that's true. What Giant just said. One thing that's been very complicated is to hide my emotions. I don't do very good with that. Like, if I'm angry, you're gonna know I'm angry. If I'm sad, you're gonna see it. If I feel like I'm about to cry, you're about to see me go like. I can't hide it. It's like, especially if I have to cry. Sometimes I would try to hold my tears, and then it's like I can't, and then I just start crying in front of people. I've done it. Yeah.
I usually stay pretty unreactive aside from that day that somebody from that backyard tried to throw a baseball like the worst baby
Yeah.
stroller.
Or that day when I saw little girls wearing makeup, I just couldn't help it but to cry. Yeah.
That day on the train?
Yeah, like I couldn't help it but to cry. I just started getting really emotional. I was like, don't cry in my head. I was like, don't cry, don't cry. And then I just started crying. Yeah. It's like, how do you hold tears when your mind's like, your emotions are all like, oh, and then tears just start coming out. You're like, closing your eyes. Yeah. Very true. They do love bomb to lure you in so guard is down and they stab you in the back. Yep. Yeah, they try to make you trust them again. Or they'll do things that you like. Because they know what you like and then they won't do it. And then all of a sudden they'll start doing the things that you like. So you can be like, oh, finally, things have changed. And then it's like, boom. Yeah. It's like a bouncy ball. That's how I look at it. You bounce it on the ground and then it goes high and then it just goes boonk. Yeah. It takes practice. Don't cry in front of them. They slam doors. Yeah. Car doors. Sometimes they'll open their trunk and be like and close it really hard. Yeah, they slam doors to make like a lot of noise with doors and stuff. Yeah. All right.
I think, is he sleeping again?
Let me see. Oh, oh, yucky baby.
He's smiling in his sleep.
Yucky baby, so cute.
He's smiling.
He's so cute. He's a happy baby.
What do you think he's dreaming about?
He is dreaming about cats. He likes cats. He's really what do you call it? He's really calm around cats.
Oh.
I told you they were gonna start.
Yeah, usually through Sabbath we keep our Sabbath sunrise to
Last
sunrise.
Sabbath we got harassed so much.
I don't even pay attention. Yeah, I guess it's just the racket. It's
It's because it's end times. It's end times. Spiritual warfare is gonna increase. That's what I've been noticing. The attacks have been pretty heavy on me and Corey.
Since we know it's spiritual now, though, it's mainly just been straight up witches. Like that's been the main thing. Like just. But
they get me. They get me hijacked. They can hijack sometimes my emotions pretty bad.
Like that.
Oh, it's true.
They've been able.
They've been able to hijack. They've been able to hijack my emotions, and then I look like I'm like the problem, and yeah. And I'm over here like, when your emotions are all over the place, and after you're calm again, and you finally go back to just being your calm self. Cause I'm usually not like always like that, like like that.
Like that.
I'm usually peaceful and just watching TV or something, or and then when that happens, where I'm like, it's like that's not me. And then they're like, oh, you saw that? Oh. That's like,
she's wildin'.
No, but nowadays, these times, it's like, don't even let them get your emotions, get you to react. That's what I've been praying for.
They're looking for the reaction. They're trying to trigger the reaction, and you just got to give them your responsibility.
Oh yeah, response. A response. So it means responsibility. Yeah. Reaction.
Responsibility. Yeah.
Re and it's
Instead of
action.
reaction,
You give them
they're
action.
trying to get your reaction.
That
the
I like
repeated-
that. That's
The
good to know.
repeated action
That's good to always
that-
remember.
that
Yeah.
energizes them, right?
Yeah.
Instead, you give them.
No
your
wonder, because that's true. When you react, when
responsibility.
you get mad and stuff, your energy's like depleted. Then after you go home and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, you know.
Or your
like
day,
I've felt
or
that
they
way.
like
Yeah.
before your day doesn't even get started because you've already
The
gotten
day
your energy
before that.
sucked right out of your.
Yeah, you gotta recharge your energy. Yeah.
Give us some of your oil.
Just ignore these raggedy rejects. What they doing now to you? Mainly like harassment is what I've been getting a lot nowadays. Yeah. You watch TV? Yeah, I mean, by TV, I mean, by TV is like on the TV. I watch YouTube mainly, like YouTubers and stuff. Like other believers and deliverance. I've been learning a lot about certain spirits too, like Python and ministries and stuff like that. Ministers. There's been some pretty good ones that I've watched, like Brandy. What's that sister Mildred?
You're watching Set Apart 144.
Yeah, Set Apart 144. She is really good.
The Master's Voice
Videos,
Prophecy.
Master Voice Prophecy, David's Ministry. I think he makes really long videos, but they're really good. Well, there was one that he made, and it was I don't remember.
I think it's called Davis Ministry.
Yeah, but he Davis Ministry. He made a video that was really good. What was it about the flesh? Oh yeah, crucifying the flesh. And that was a really good live stream that he did. He was just going on about like ways that people give into their flesh and ways that you can crucify the flesh. He's actually on live right now. Look, I'll show you it. Yeah, the Davis Ministry. And what other videos does he have? The Thirst is Real. That one's a really good one. I watched a little bit of it. It's 2 hours long, but he was talking about the well that Yeshua, when he told the other woman at the well, he said, if you drink from this water, it's living water and you'll never be thirsty again. And it talks about how people get their water, their well, through like the world. Like they're constantly wanting things of the world and stuff like that. That's a pretty good video that he has. And it's called The Thirst is Real by the Davis Ministry. He has a lot of other videos. He has one on the Python spirit. I watched that one. He has one, the demonic witchcraft. There it is, Brand. And Brand.
It's Hey Brand.
Hey Brand's another one that me and Corey watch. And when we were in the mountains, we were listening to her channel on like deliverance and demonic altars and stuff like that. And that's when I learned about what altars are and which other one that's really good?
Which other one? There's that one that you haven't watched the whole lot of
the twist.
The twist. That Walk with Yah channel.
Walk with Yah is another good one. He talks about soul fragments too. I've been trying to learn a lot more about deliverance. And in particular, there's a book I want to get online on YouTube. It's called Breaking Demonic Covenants and Strongholds. And it's a pretty big book. And I'm thinking of getting that book one of these days. because it talks about covenants and strongholds and how to break stuff like that, and how to break agreement with anything. Because I guess I had some portal open in my throughout like the last month. I had some type of portal that I opened, and sometimes I didn't even know where that portal was, like a open access to the enemy to attack. So I had to pray it away. But yeah, because that's how spiritual warfare is. You have to be on guard, like watchful, because your adversary roars like a lion,
Yeah.
seeking whom to devour. Yeah. How much is the book? It's like around $20 or something. It's a paper one.
What's that one that you got already? That
Oh yeah, I want to show you guys. You don't have my laptop, right? Giant Angel is asking me. Hold up. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about deliverance, and I hope to help people in the future too with deliverance and stuff like that. Because it's like, if you find edifying information, it can help other people too. Yeah. So that happened because I was getting attacked pretty heavy by the enemy. And yeah, I had some type of portal open because the attacks were getting pretty heavy. So I had to pray it away. I was like, I don't know where these heavy attacks are coming from.
Are you gonna show them this?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the books. How do you know you had an open portal? How do you know if you have an open portal?
Because it's usually for me, it's usually, I've known I've had one because of like, I've been feeling peaceful, and then if there's anything within me that's not of the kingdom, then because the kingdom's within, so
Yeah.
you have like all this anger or like bitterness and that in there, then
Yeah.
you kind of realize that something's kind of bypassed you. If it's like prolonged,
Or
I've noticed
isn't
because I've
it?
had long spans of time where even if
Oh, demonic oppression.
well, even if there's
Oppression. You're being oppressed.
even if there's oppression,
Depressed.
even if there's oppression going on, I've felt fine.
Oh.
Though before, it's like it's usually only a bit like same thing with the dew that we were
Yeah.
talking about. It hasn't worked on me if I've been in proper alignment with my Heavenly Father's will.
Yeah.
And then if I've gotten out of alignment, it's like the enemy's attacks have kind of started working again.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like. I'd rather kind of go through some harsh things than totally like fall off track with his purpose.
I want to share with everyone that what's it called is it's like wanting to go back into like backsliding. That's how I know I had an open portal. I was backsliding. Like I got delivered from the spirit of gluttony. And I actually got delivered by the spirit of gluttony when I was up in the mountains, still pregnant with baby Israel. And I started losing a lot of weight, and I was puking, burping a lot. What other symptoms for deliverance? Diarrhea. I know that sounds gross, but diarrhea is another one. Diarrhea, vomiting, burping, yawning, and coughing.
We were both sick up there.
Both of us. That was deliverance. It was more spiritual.
Yeah.
It was more spiritual than like just how it looks.
Remember how the burps sounded?
The burp sounded demonic, like something was trying to come up and out. Like other prophetess say.
Yeah,
like if
it's
it's coming up, it wants to get out. It's like you feel
that.
You feel it right here too. You feel it, and it feels horrible. Did you get that sensation of the burp kind of like?
Yeah.
It's like a weird sound, like
it sounds like a gargoyle, like growling or something.
But it hurts.
Yeah.
You ever had it where it would hurt a little bit?
I don't know. I just remember how gross it tasted.
Tension, like I don't know. I had that.
Yeah, like
yeah.
We went through like really, really heavy deliverance up there, and then like felt way better afterwards for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then somehow I came back and I was backsliding.
Not I mean,
Not
not
like
to
a
like the
lot.
extent of like
No,
where we were
no,
at before you went
no.
up there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I opened some type of portal that I had to close and pray off, or I had to put um my own like desires and like self-seeking things that I was like not walking in alignment with the Most High. Yeah, that's how I know that I opened some portal because I was trying to do my own like make things go the way I wanted it to go, and it's like nope.
If anybody
That yeah
if anybody ever finds themselves in pride, doubt, or fear, it's not the places to operate from. It's a better place to sit and pray. And pray if you're feeling those things until you get past them. It's kind of like when you notice it in yourself, like you can overcome it.
and deliverance never stops either. Like you could go through deliverance and then like you think like oh like I just got delivered from all this and next thing you know like some other thing pops up like comes up out of you like you know like some darkness that you need to like purge out and you're like oh I still got to go through more it's never stops, right? Deliverance never stops.
Not until there's return, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, there's you get to like, I mean, for lack of better words, like plateaus, like where things that used to be huge issues become total non-issues, right? Like,
Yeah, like you don't get enticed anymore. The
yeah,
enemy can't get to you at all. Like they're like through those issues or voids that you have that they can open door.
oh,
Point entry access, yeah.
one thing that did it
Point
was
of entry.
one thing that kind of like didn't help was we like just like ignorantly made the wrong choices and like what kind of movie to watch. We're just trying to show before stuff. It could be something as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Oh
but
yeah,
I
that can
don't
open a
access.
portal. You have
Yeah,
to guard your
the
heart,
eye
your
gates, ear
eyes.
gates, which is
Yeah.
sleep mainly.
Yeah, it's the internet I watch. Yeah. How come I can't see chat on my phone? Just of the laptop. That's strange, yeah. But your phone is still on, even if it's no signal still. Wait, Giant just saying to call her, so we gotta call her.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I want to show you guys a book really quick. This is it.
just made. Oh, you figured it out.
Yeah, it's called Deliverance from Demonic Covenants and Curses. It's by James O. Solomon. This is the book.
Who recommended that one?
Brandy. Brandy's she does a lot of deliverance. And she knows a lot about deliverance and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, Decoy Green too. That was a good show.
Oh yeah, Decoy Green is another one. You looking thinner, yeah. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna call you, Giant Angel. We're gonna call you. We'll talk more about the whole gluttony thing. And we'll talk more, yeah, about other stuff too. Alright, we'll call you.
Blessings.
Yeah, let's call Giant Angel.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Blessings, love, and peace. All.
Shalom.
It was nice reading the Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, you guys have a blessed night.
Yeah. Keep praying
Stay in
and
prayer,
yeah, we still want to get some more like semi-regular video fellowships going. But we've kind of just kind of been compelled for long periods to not really engage in the internet and just engage in what's been going on in day-to-day life. But we haven't forgotten about people. All right. So we'll call Jay Angel.
Yeah, let's call her because she said she's gonna go because she's been waiting for us to call her.
All right. Okay, Shalom. 1 second. I'm just gonna check the comments here. See if I missed anything.
I gotta answer more comments of Giant, but I think I'll answer them when we call her.
Oh yeah, I
She's
think
waiting for us to call her. We should just call her.
we will. All right. Good night and happy Sabbath
Yeah,
to
have a
those.
restful Sabbath.
Yeah, happy Sabbath ahead
The
and
10 Commandments.
another. All right.
You're
All right.
like,
I'm tired. Yeah. Yeah.
like keep